Odin, the Allfather, was the chief god in Norse mythology. He was associated with wisdom, war, and death. To gain immense knowledge, Odin sacrificed one of his eyes at Mimir's well and hung himself from the world tree, Yggdrasil, for 9 days. Thor, the god of thunder, wielded the mighty hammer Mjolnir, which could summon lightning and always return to his hand. He was also known for his incredible strength and his protection of both gods and humans from giants. Loki, the trickster god, was a complex figure known for his cunning and deceit. He was responsible for many mischiefs, but also aided the gods at times. Loki's children included the wolf Fenrir and the serpent Jarmungandr. Yggdrasil, the world tree, connected the 9 realms of Norse cosmology. At its roots and branches lived various creatures, including the dragon Nidhogg and the squirrel Ratatoskr, who carried messages between the eagle at the top and Nidhogg below. Ragnarok, the prophesied end of the world, foretold a great battle resulting in the deaths of many gods, including Odin and Thor. This apocalyptic event would lead to the rebirth of the world, with new gods rising and life beginning anew. The Valkyries were warrior maidens serving Odin. They chose who would die in battle and escorted the fallen warriors to Valhalla, Odin's hall, where they would prepare for Ragnarok by feasting and training. Freya, the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, was also associated with war and death. She rode a chariot pulled by 2 cats and possessed the magical necklace Brisingamen. Freya received half of the slain warriors in her hall, Folkvanga. The giants, or Jotun, were the primary adversaries of the gods in Norse mythology. They inhabited Jotunheim and frequently clashed with the gods, representing the forces of chaos and nature. The Norns were 3 powerful beings who controlled destiny. They lived at the base of Yggdrasil and wove the threads of fate for gods and humans alike, determining their past, present, and future. Heimdall, the watchman of the gods, guarded the Bifrost, the rainbow bridge connecting Asgard to Midgard. He possessed keen senses and could hear grass grow and see for hundreds of miles, ever vigilant against the approach of enemies. Balder, the beloved god of light and purity, was destined to die, which would signal the onset of Ragnarok. His death came from a mistletoe arrow, the only thing that could harm him, shot by the blind god Hodder, manipulated by Loki. The dwarves in Norse mythology were master blacksmiths and craftsmen. They created many of the gods' powerful artifacts, including Thor's hammer Mjolnir, Odin's spear Gungnir, and Freya's necklace Brisingamen. Sleipnir, Odin's 8-legged horse, was the fastest steed in all the realms. Sleipnir could travel between worlds and was born from Loki, who transformed into a mare and was impregnated by the stallion Svalfari. Fenrir, the giant wolf, was one of Loki's monstrous children. Prophecies foretold that Fenrir would kill Odin during Ragnarok. The gods bound Fenrir with a magical chain called Gleipnir, but he would eventually break free in the end times. Hel, the goddess of the underworld, ruled over the realm of the same name, where she received a portion of the dead. Hel's domain was a cold, dark place where those who did not die in battle ended up, contrasting with the glory of Valhalla. Sif, Thor's wife, was known for her golden hair, which symbolized fertility and grain. Loki once cut off her hair as a prank, prompting Thor to demand that Loki replace it. Loki then had the dwarves craft new hair for Sif made of pure gold. Nidhogg was a dragon that gnawed at the roots of Yggdrasil, the world tree. It lived in Niflheim and was one of the many creatures that threatened the balance of the cosmos. The Jollahorn, blown by the god Heimdall, would signal the onset of Ragnarok. Heimdall would sound this horn to alert the gods of the impending doom and the final battle against the giants and monsters. The Einherjar were the heroic warriors who died in battle and were taken to Valhalla by the Valkyries. They spent their days fighting and their nights feasting, preparing for their role in Ragnarok. Hugin and Munin were Odin's two ravens. Their names mean thought and memory, respectively. Every day, they flew around the world and returned to Odin, bringing him information about everything they had seen and heard. Thanks for joining us for 60 Seconds of History. Stay tuned for more quick dives into the past.